boys. Happy 316 Day. Let's talk about it. Jesus. No coffee. Driving. So today is 316. So I want to talk about John 3:16. I want to talk about love. I want to go over the verse, and I really want to break the verse down. So the verse is very famous, probably one of the most famous and iconic verses from the Bible. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Good morning, Felipe. What's going on, my brother? So I want to break that down. So let's start with the first part of that. For God so loved the world. Didn't just love the world. He so loved the world. When you tell somebody you love them, like your significant other or your parents or somebody that does, like somebody that's amazing in your life, you tell them, I love you so much. You tell them you love them so much because that so is an emphasis to how much you love them. Much as for God so loved the world. It's the emphasis on how much God loved the world. He so loved the world that he gave his only begotten, which means one and unique, one and only Son, so that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So here's a question for you. Would you give your firstborn child, would you give your only son as a sacrifice to save a bunch of people who don't deserve it? Would you do that? Would you give your only son to save lives of people who don't deserve it? Because that's what God did. God gave his only son to save those who don't deserve it. God's love is truly unconditional. Because it's not based on our merit. It's based on him. He gives that love. And it's not based on our worth. He gives it freely across the board to everybody. It's up to us to accept and receive that love. Much like it is up to us to accept and receive that gift of salvation he gives us. This is such a powerful verse. Such a powerful verse, which is, it really is the gospel. God didn't have to do what he did. But he did what he did because he's a loving God. Because he loves us. Because he wants us. Because he wants fellowship and relationship with us. Does that sound like such a horrible God? No, it doesn't sound like a horrible God to me. Gave his only son so that whoever believes in him should have everlasting life. Should not perish, but have everlasting life. That's a good, good God. That's a God who loves you. So loves you. So the question for you is, do you love him back? Yes. is agape love. It's a love that we can't even remotely fathom. We can't even comprehend that kind of love. Because we, with our finite little minds, we can experience storge love, we can experience, which is familial love. We can experience eros, which is a romantic type of love. We can experience phileo, which is brotherly kind of love. We can't give and even remotely comprehend agape love. Yes. That's what we're supposed to do. That's the first and greatest command. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength. That's how we're supposed to love Him. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. So I just wanted to get on and kind of go over John 3:16 and really kind of put that in the forefront of your mind today, as many people are looking at, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day Eve. Let's not look at St. Patrick's Day. Let's look at the fact that John 3:16. Let's think about the God that so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son so that we can be saved and have eternal life. Let's put that in the forefront of our mind today. So I just wanted to reach out, tell you guys that I love you, and He loves you beyond all comprehension. And for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him will not perish, but have everlasting life. So do you love Him back? And do you believe in Him? And have you placed your faith in the one who went to the cross for you? I hope you have. I don't want there to be an empty seat at the banquet, at the Feast of the Lamb, the wedding feast, of anybody I know. I want everybody I know and love to be at that wedding feast with me in the kingdom. So come join me. So I love you guys. He loves you like crazy. And I'm off to go do my Saturday gym teacher gig. I will see you guys on Monday morning, 6 a.m. with whatever Dad wants to talk about.